Hello, I am Trinity, and this is Lovespiracy. This is the conclusion of my one, two, three, four, and now 5-part series the whole series is called Trump, Zelensky, Putin, and Chernobyl. So my first part is the threat heard around the world, which was pretty much covering, and I played the audio of Trump and Zelensky yelling at each other. But I only put the part that was the most important. That was the threat where Trump was stating that millions of people and World War III will be started if he does not make this agreement. Part two was Russia and Ukraine and the U.S. agreements, and it was pretty much an overview of the amount of agreements and how they became an ally and the parts that we all kind of played with them this entire time. Part three was Zelensky's rise, how he came into power, everything that was going on over, I think, a 20-year span. Part four was Trump, Ivana, and the new asset. So that had to do with the 1970s, the late 1970s, when he met his Czechoslovakian wife, Ivana, and how they have been keeping an eye on him since then, where he's had meetings with Russians, how even his children have bought it up, and how right now he is being considered a Russian asset. And I had explained Russian asset and Russian agents are two different things. So an asset is somebody who gives you information. An agent is working like behind the scenes. He's a spy. And then my last part was about Chernobyl and where it is that Russia, when the initial invasion was them taking over Chernobyl in order to widen up their area to take over much larger parts of Ukraine and anybody around it. When this war first started, everybody was really crystal clear that this was just because Ukraine is so large that if they could take it over, they could keep going out. That's it. It's about taking over more places. What Putin doesn't want is all these different territories. He wants Russia to be Russia, all of it. No Ukraine, no Georgia, no Crimea, nothing. Just Russia. He wants it all under his control. When I discussed Chernobyl, I had also discussed that just a few days ago, Chernobyl's concrete dome was hit by a drone from Russia. Nobody's talking about that. That's super important. And I'm going to tell you that there's two sides to this. Some people think it was Zelensky who did it himself to get more out of this. And others are saying Russia did it. Whoever did it, it shouldn't have been done. I could care less. But the infighting, the constant fear, this guy, whatever deal, you have to listen to all the parts. The whole deal that Russia made with Trump this entire time, because he's done nothing else since he's been in office to prove, look, I want Greenland. I want the Panama Canal. I want Canada. I want Mexico. He sounds like Putin doing the exact same thing. So if Putin says, hey, Russia has already interfered in almost everything Trump related. And that's not a secret, by the way. You could say that's not true. It's true. Russia has literally said, yeah. We were there. We had our bots in there. We had our deflectors in there. We did everything we possibly could to make sure that he was in office. And that was a deal. And that is how Trump is an asset. But if you tell Trump that he could take over the other part of the world, he's going to do it. The deal that Russia made with the United States is why everything is happening right now. If we let him take Ukraine, Russia knows that as long as the United States keeps giving Ukraine money and weapons, he's never going to win. He can't. He hasn't been able to. What did we do? We so-called paused. We paused. Do you know how many hundreds of missiles Russia hit Ukraine with the day that Zelensky was here in the United States? the time that he was here in the US, it's only going to get worse. If he decides to go back and say, how you call it? If he decides to go back and say, all right, we're going to give Zelensky stuff, whatever deal they're going to make is going to be horrific, because Zelensky's still going to lose. The whole point is for Zelensky to stop and not be the president of Ukraine. Even though other countries, what is it? The thing of the willing. Anyway, they're coming in. Nobody's going to be able to help the way the U.S. can. Now that we're out of the loop, and I'm telling you, we're going to stay out of the loop. No matter what they come up with, it's going to be Ukraine is no longer in existence. Zelensky is no longer in existence. And that could be, hey, he walks away or he dies. Because that's how Russia gets down. That's not a lie. That's not a secret. If we give him more stuff, Russia is already getting weapons from 3 other major countries. If he takes one of those stupid missiles and he shoots it into Chernobyl, the world will pay the price for that. Nuclear fallout is a world problem. It always has been. If you remember Fukushima, you know that that's a fact. If Russia takes Ukraine, when Russia takes Ukraine, Russia is going to help the United States annex Canada. Please quote me on this. When all the dust settles, when Russia is literally running through that whole other side, he will make sure that Trump gets Canada. He will make sure that Trump gets Mexico. Because the threat that Russia will be is atrocious. It's atrocious. He's going to have control of all of it. Okay. Because I had to look this up. I already told you, if Russia takes over all the way across, let's say he goes all the way across, that's fine. He would have very easy access to Greenland, right? They would be, let's see, there's a little island and I can't find the name of it, but there's an island there. So there's just this really tiny island. So they can get ships from there. Their ships can go right there to Greenland. All of it is by water, which isn't a huge issue. But from Greenland, what's closest to Greenland is Canada. And then Canada goes to the U.S. The U.S. goes into Mexico. And guess what he wants to take back? The Panama Canal. What connects the Panama Canal from Mexico? South America. This dude, get a map. Get a map. Every single thing this man or these men are talking about all connect. What does he keep saying? We need Greenland for protection or whatever the hell he's talking about. For security reasons. Right? If he's able to get Russia to pretty much decimate that whole area going towards Greenland, then it would take seconds. It would take seconds for Russia to go to Greenland. If we don't get Greenland first. And if we get Greenland, you can bet we're taking Canada. You can bet it. Now, if we have Russia on our side, we took Greenland, we have Canada, you damn well better know we're going to take Mexico. And if we got the canal, that's going to take us into South America. It is clear that they're trying to rush in to New World Order takeover. This is some takeover type shit. They know exactly what they're doing. The both of them know. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Because if you really look at it, his key places, not, we already know what Russia wants. We know what Russia wants. But if we give this piece of shit, this orange Cheeto, because that's what I call him, if we take this orange Cheeto and we let him go and we let him keep helping Russia and I mean continuously allow him to be the asset that he's been since the 1980s, he is going to be able to take the entire north side and then go into the south. He will be able to do that. And we're not even talking about Israel. We're not even talking. If we just take over these three areas, we get Greenland, we get Canada, we got the US, we got Mexico, and then I can guarantee you the balls. He will definitely try to go into South America. We're already making agreements in South American countries. He's already got a bunch of dudes over there that he's madly in love with, and they love him, and they will back him. He will offer them security. He will offer them money. What does he keep telling Greenland? We'll protect you. From what? What is he telling Canada? We'll protect you. From what? The smart thing he's got going on right now is he has Canada and Mexico literally covering the borders. You know what happens when you cover borders? You find new pieces of you find new places, new entry points. They're pretty much doing recon for their own countries and giving it to Trump. And that's exactly what Trump is doing for Russia with Ukraine. You know how? Because he's the one that knows where all of that stuff is getting sent. Elon Musk knows with Starlink every location of every weapon in the Ukraine. All I'm saying is in order for us to come into play, in order for everything to go to shit, in order for martial law to be implemented, this is the direction that we're going in. We're already in a trade war. We're going to go into a recession. And if we fight back, we're going to go into martial law. He will shut this place down with the smile on his face. If you thought he thought we were underlings before, now that he knows there's still half of the country that loves him, why wouldn't he do it? Why wouldn't he be so emboldened to try to take over the entire country at once, knowing that his stupid little minions are out there? Pay attention. A lot of stuff is going to be happening. A lot of distractions are going to be happening. Keep an eye out. I know the news is overwhelming. I know that I'm stressed. I'm going to try to give you the best information that I possibly can. If you enjoy my work, and if you enjoyed this series or any of the other stuff that I've put out, please give me a follow right here on Rumble. I also have a Lovespiracy under Lovespiracy or Trinity Lovespiracy. And Lovespiracy spelled Loves. Wait. Lovespiracy. Yeah. They think it's Love Piracy. So it's Lovespiracy. So it's like Love Conspiracy. Give me a like. I am on Blue Sky, Rumble, Facebook, and Spotify. And I think I'm going to restart my YouTube channel. I will put out the best information that I possibly can. This is what I do. This is the connects that I like to make. I think that everything, all the information is right there in the open. And sometimes you just got to have that ADHD brain to make you make those connects. And I'm happy enough that I have it. And I'm happy enough to take that information that you might not have the time to do and bring that to you. So if you'd like to show support, please put a like and a follow. And I will be back soon. This is a couple of days worth of work. Thank you to all my listeners. And thank you so much to the people that have been following. I appreciate you, and it means the world to me. I really hope that I get to spend some time with you again really soon. Take care of yourself. Keep your head up. Save up some money. Grow some food. And keep looking out for new episodes of Lovespiracy. I am Trinity. Happy to be here with you. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Mwah. See you guys soon.
If you enjoy our content, please show your support by liking, sharing, and following. Our strength is in independent media. Our voices matter. Thank you for making this possible.